Santa Claus guided his sleigh through the starry night, the reindeer galloping effortlessly across the sky. The jingle of bells echoed softly in the crisp air as the sleigh descended towards a quaint town adorned with festive lights. Below, the houses seemed to sparkle like jewels scattered across a velvet cloth, and Santa smiled at the sight. With a deft hand, Santa landed the sleigh on a cozy rooftop. He stepped off, his boots crunching softly on the snow-dusted shingles. A gentle trail of smoke rose from the chimney beside him.
Ho ho ho, time to spread some cheer,
He chuckled, snapping his fingers to envelop himself in shimmering golden stardust. In an instant, he vanished, leaving only the soft whisper of magic in his wake. Inside the house, Santa appeared near a glowing fireplace. The room was warm and welcoming, filled with the scent of pine and cinnamon. A beautifully decorated Christmas tree stood proudly, its branches adorned with colorful ornaments and twinkling lights. Beneath it lay a few presents, carefully wrapped. Above the fireplace, a golden plaque caught his eye, inscribed with the word Vanolos. Santa approached the plaque, his eyes twinkling with curiosity.
Ah, Vanulos?
He mused, recognizing the unique name. It belonged to a child named Ella, known for her kind heart and belief in the magic of giving. Inspired by her spirit, Santa snapped his fingers twice, adding more presents beneath the tree, each wrapped in vibrant colors that mirrored the joy of the season. As dawn broke, the town awoke to a magical surprise. Neighbors gathered, their faces alight with wonder and joy. The word of Ella's special gift from Santa spread quickly, igniting a spirit of giving throughout the community. Families shared stories, laughter, and gifts as the true meaning of Christmas unfolded before them. With his mission complete, Santa climbed back into his sleigh, his heart full of the joy he had witnessed. As the reindeer leaped into the sky once more, he turned back for one last look at the town, his laughter echoing in the night.
Until next year, my friends,
He called as the sleigh disappeared into the moonlit clouds, leaving behind a trail of magic and the enduring spirit of giving. Somewhere, the word Vanulos shimmered softly, a testament to the wonders of Christmas.
Hi, I'm Benny. If you had fun today, give us a little like and don't forget to subscribe. More fun stories are hopping your way.
I'm going to teach you how.
Kara, a determined young girl with bright eyes and a red woolen hat, clutched her hand-drawn map tightly. Her stuffed reindeer, Rudy, peeked out of her backpack, its button eyes shining with a sense of shared adventure.
We can do this, Rudy,
She whispered, setting her gaze on the path ahead. As Kara ventured deeper into the forest, the sound of jingling bells filled the air. Emerging from the trees was Frosty the Snowman, his smile as wide as his belly.
Lost, are you?
He chuckled, tipping his top hat.
I'm on my way to Santa's workshop.
Kara replied.
Stay true to your heart and you'll find your way.
Frosty encouraged, pointing her towards a narrow path lit by shimmering lights. Kara hesitated at the edge, the swirling waters below whispering warnings. Suddenly, Luna the wise owl swooped down, perching on a nearby branch.
Courage is your wings, child.
She hooted. With a deep breath, Kara stepped onto the bridge, feeling it sway underfoot, but she pressed on, each step filled with newfound resolve. In the center, a circle of fairies danced, their laughter like tinkling bells. Alara, the fairy queen, fluttered forward, her wings a kaleidoscope of color.
I've heard of your journey, Kara.
Take this stardust to light your way when darkness falls.
She offered, sprinkling sparkling dust into Kara's hands. Kara, now armed with the stardust, pushed forward with determination. The wind howled, but the light in her heart burned brighter.
We're almost there, Rudy,
She said, feeling the magic guiding her steps. As Kara approached, the door swung open to reveal Santa Claus himself, his eyes twinkling with kindness.
Welcome, Kara. You've shown the true spirit of Christmas.
He greeted, wrapping her in a gentle embrace. With a heart full of joy and wonder, Kara knew she had found more than just a destination. She had discovered the magic of believing.
The village of Camino lay under a blanket of fresh snow, twinkling lights adorning each home like stars fallen from the sky. The air was filled with the scent of pine and cinnamon as families gathered by their fireplaces, the flames casting a warm glow on the red socks hanging expectantly. Santa Claus soared through the crisp starlit sky, his sleigh overflowing with gifts wrapped in vibrant colors. The gentle jingle of bells echoed in the night as his reindeer galloped across the heavens. With a hearty laugh, Santa Claus began his descent to the village below. Sliding down the chimney with a twinkle in his eye, Santa Claus landed softly on the hearth, brushing soot from his red suit. A magnificent Christmas tree stood in the corner, its branches heavy with baubles and twinkling lights.
What a splendid tree!
He chuckled, placing a carefully chosen gift beneath it. In the heart of Camino, Jingle, the lead elf, orchestrated a merry chorus of elves. Their voices, sweet and harmonious, carried through the village, weaving magic into the air.
Tonight we spread joy and cheer,
He declared, his eyes alight with joy as they danced through the falling snowflakes. Santa Claus moved from house to house, his footsteps silent on the snow-dusted rooftops. Each home he entered seemed to glow brighter with his presence. The gifts he left behind, a token of love and kindness.
May your dreams be merry and bright.
He whispered, feeling the warmth of the season in his heart. As dawn broke, the village awoke in a whirl of transformed magic. Children rushed to their stockings, their faces lighting up as they discovered the treasure left by Santa. Laughter and joy filled the air. The true spirit of Christmas was alive in every heart. Jingle and bell watched from afar, their mission accomplished.
Merry Christmas to all.
They sang, their voices rising with the morning sun.
Little Santa was a tiny elf with twinkling eyes and an endless spirit. He watched the bigger elves prepare for the grand Christmas Eve, his heart swelling with determination.
I can do it too.
He whispered to himself, dreaming of delivering gifts on his own. Little Santa set out to prove his worth, and as he wandered through the snowy fields, he stumbled upon a mischievous snowman, Frosty. Frosty had a carrot nose askew and a twinkle of mischief in his charcoal eyes.
Looking for an adventure, little friend?
He asked with a grin. Gathering around the fire, little Santa shared his plan with Frosty.
I want to deliver gifts all by myself,
he declared, eyes shining with determination.
Let's make it a magical adventure,
Frosty replied, his voice full of excitement. Little Santa and Frosty embarked on their journey, the night air crisp and filled with the sound of crunching snow beneath their feet. The stars twinkled overhead, guiding their way.
This will be a night to remember.
Frosty chuckled, his laughter echoing through the frosty air. As they crossed a precarious icy bridge, little Santa's courage was tested.
I can do this,
he murmured, inching forward with Frosty by his side. Together they navigated the slippery path, their friendship strengthening with each step. Finally, they reached a small village, its houses aglow with festive lights. Little Santa felt a swell of pride as he delivered gifts, each package bringing joy to the sleeping children.
We did it,
Frosty said, a smile stretching across his snowy face. As dawn broke, little Santa and Frosty returned to the North Pole, their hearts filled with the spirit of Christmas.
This is just the beginning,
he declared, knowing that with each new adventure, the magic of the season would only grow stronger.
Santa trudged through the serene forest, his red suit a vibrant contrast against the white landscape. The air was crisp, filled with the soft sound of snow crunching under his boots. Suddenly, a faint whimper reached his ears, stopping him in his tracks.
What could that be?
He murmured, following the sound. In a small clearing, tucked beneath a frosty pine, a litter of shivering puppies huddled together. Their eyes were wide and pleading, their fur dusted with snowflakes. Santa knelt down, his eyes softening as he reached out a gloved hand.
Don't worry, little ones. I'll take care of you,
he assured them with a gentle smile. Back at his snug cabin, the puppies were nestled around a roaring fire, their tiny tails wagging as warmth seeped into their bones. Santa watched with delight as they frolicked, already noticing their unique personalities shining through.
You'll be my little helpers,
he chuckled, his heart swelling with affection. The workshop was a hive of activity, filled with the scent of pine and cinnamon. The puppies darted back and forth, learning the art of packing gifts under Santa's watchful eye. Their enthusiasm was infectious, each task met with playful barks and wagging tails.
You're doing great, my friends,
he praised, marveling at their progress. In the snow-dappled yard, the puppies gathered around a grand surprise, a beautifully crafted sleigh adorned with holly and twinkling lights. Their eyes sparkled with pride as they presented their gift to Santa.
This is incredible,
he exclaimed, touched by their gratitude.
Thank you, my dear friends.
Under a sky sprinkled with stars, Santa and his newfound helpers soared across the night, the sleigh gliding smoothly through the air. The puppies barked joyfully, their eyes reflecting the twinkling lights above, as they embarked on their mission to spread happiness to children everywhere.
Together, we'll make this the merriest Christmas yet,
he declared, his voice ringing with joy.
Hi, I'm Benny. If you had fun today, give us a little like and don't forget to subscribe. More fun stories are hopping your way.
I'm going to teach you how.
Santa Claus strode through the bustling workshop, his eyes twinkling with warmth and joy. The elves scurried around, putting the final touches on gifts, while the reindeer, harnessed and ready, pawed the ground eagerly.
Tonight, my friends, we bring more than just presents,
Santa proclaimed, his voice echoing with kindness and determination. The Grinch, with a frown etched deeply across his green face, begrudgingly prepared for his own mission. He looked at the sack of coal with disdain.
Why must it be me?
He grumbled, recalling how Santa had persuaded him to help. Santa had assured him that even the naughty could learn to be nice if given the chance. Santa and his reindeer glided effortlessly through the starry sky. Santa, with a touch of magic, visited the homes of nice children, leaving not just gifts, but a gentle, healing warmth that wrapped around each child like a soft embrace. As each child awoke, a wish they held dear came true, their spirits lifted with newfound joy.
May your hearts always be filled with kindness,
Santa whispered as he vanished into the night. The Grinch, its houses lined with dimly lit windows. The Grinch, with a heavy sigh, began his task of delivering coal to the naughty children. As he saw their disappointed faces, a strange feeling stirred within him.
Perhaps there's more to this than I thought,
he mused, wondering if he too could bring about change. The Grinch paused, drawn to the laughter and singing coming from inside. Curiosity piqued, he peeked through the window and saw a family celebrating with love and joy. His heart, once 2 sizes too small, began to grow.
Maybe, just maybe, I can bring joy too,
he thought, a smile slowly spreading across his face. Santa returned, greeted by jubilant elves and reindeer. His heart swelled with the happiness he had spread. To his surprise, the Grinch appeared at the door, his demeanor transformed.
I learned something tonight,
the Grinch admitted.
Kindness is contagious, after all.
Welcome, my friend,
Santa replied warmly, inviting him to join the celebration.
Emily and Grace, 2 sisters wrapped warmly in woolen scarves, stepped into the lively town square. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of pine and freshly baked gingerbread. Twinkling lights adorned the trees, casting a magical glow over the bustling square.
Look at the lights, Grace. They're even more beautiful than last year,
Emily exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement.
And the music. It's like the whole town is singing with joy,
Grace replied, her cheeks pink from the cold. The sisters joined the line leading to Santa's grotto, where children eagerly clutched their wish lists. A large, jolly Santa could be seen through the frosted window, his laughter booming like a festive bell.
What are you going to ask Santa for?
Grace asked, bouncing on her toes to keep warm.
I haven't decided yet. Maybe something magical.
Emily mused, glancing at the twinkling lights overhead. Finally, it was their turn. They entered the grotto, greeted by the warmth of a crackling fire and the scent of cinnamon. Santa, with his rosy cheeks and twinkling eyes, welcomed them with open arms. Santa Claus, a jolly old man with a white beard and a heart full of joy, chuckled warmly.
Ho, ho, ho. And who do we have here?
He asked, his voice as comforting as a holiday carol.
I'm Emily, and this is my sister, Grace.
Emily introduced them, beaming. Emily and Grace each took turns sitting on Santa's lap, sharing their holiday wishes. The room was alive with the spirit of giving and the promise of magical surprises.
I hope for a world filled with kindness,
Grace said earnestly, her eyes wide with sincerity.
And I'd like an adventure, something extraordinary,
Emily added with a hopeful smile. As they left the grotto, a gentle snow began to fall, dusting the town square in a soft white blanket. The sisters walked hand in hand, their hearts light with the joy of the season.
I think this might be the best Christmas ever,
Emily said, glancing up at the snowflakes dancing in the air.
It's certainly the most magical,
Grace agreed, squeezing her sister's hand. As the twilight settled over the town, casting long shadows in a peaceful calm, Emily and Grace made their way home, their hearts full of hope and wonder. The night was still young, and the promise of Christmas lingered in the air, waiting to unfold in the most unexpected and delightful ways. And as they disappeared into the warmth of their home, the town square continued to shimmer, a beacon of holiday magic for all who passed by.
The cabin, nestled in the woods, was aglow with the warmth of twinkling lights dancing upon its snow-covered roof. Emma, a spirited 10-year-old, bounded out of the car, her cheeks rosy with excitement. Mark and Lucy, her parents, followed suit, carrying bags filled with gifts and decorations.
Let's make this the best Christmas ever,
Emma declared, her eyes sparkling.
With you leading the way, I'm sure it will be,
Mark replied, smiling at his daughter's enthusiasm. The family gathered around the Christmas tree, which stood tall in the corner of the living room. Emma eagerly dug into the box of ornaments, pulling out a bright red bauble.
Remember when you made this one, Emma?
Lucy asked, holding up a handmade ornament covered in glitter and paint.
I was only 5. It still looks great.
Emma giggled, hanging it carefully on a branch. As the tree took shape, Mark began to share stories of Christmases past, tales of adventure and laughter that seemed to echo through the cabin walls.
And then there was the time the tree fell over just as we finished decorating,
he recounted, drawing chuckles from everyone.
We had to start all over again, but it was worth it,
Lucy added, her voice filled with nostalgia. Noah, the family's youngest member, sat happily in his high chair, swatting at a dangling ornament that Emma had carefully placed within his reach. His laughter was infectious, a melody that complemented the soft carols playing in the background.
I think Noah loves the tree as much as we do,
Emma observed, grinning at her baby brother. With the final ornament hung and the star placed atop the tree, the family stepped back to admire their handiwork. The room seemed to glow with an ethereal light, the culmination of their love and effort.
It's perfect,
Lucy whispered, wrapping an arm around Mark's waist.
Thanks to all of us,
Mark replied, pulling Emma and Noah into a warm embrace. As they settled onto the couch, hot cocoa in hand, Emma spoke up, her voice filled with contentment.
I love our family Christmases,
she said, looking around at the faces she loved most.
And we love you,
Lucy replied, her eyes shining with tears of joy. In that moment, surrounded by the warmth of their love and the beauty of the season, the family knew that this Christmas would be one to cherish forever.
The snow-dusted cabin nestled in the woods was illuminated by the gentle glow of Christmas lights, casting a warm and inviting atmosphere. Inside, the scent of pine mingled with the aroma of freshly baked cookies. Lily, a little girl with twinkling eyes and rosy cheeks, skipped around the living room. Her faithful companion, Max, a golden retriever with a wagging tail, followed her every move. Lily stood on a stool in the kitchen, her hands busy mixing batter in a large bowl. The room was alive with laughter as Max playfully nuzzled her legs, hoping for a taste.
Max, you're going to have to wait until they're done.
She giggled, sprinkling flour onto the counter. The radio played festive carols, adding to the cheerful ambiance. With the cookies baking, Lily and Max moved to the living room, where a crackling fire danced in the hearth. Wrapped in a cozy blanket, Lily began singing Christmas carols. Her sweet voice filled the room, and Max barked along, his tail thumping in rhythm.
You're a good singer, Max,
she praised, scratching behind his ears. The Christmas tree stood tall and proud, adorned with twinkling lights and colorful ornaments. Beneath it lay a pile of gifts wrapped in shiny paper. Lily eagerly picked up a small package labeled for Max.
This one's for you, Max,
she exclaimed, handing it to him. The dog pawed at the wrapping, uncovering a new squeaky toy, which he immediately began to play with. As the snow continued to fall gently outside, Lily and Max sat by the window, sharing the simple joy of each other's company.
I can't imagine a better Christmas,
she whispered, leaning her head against Max's soft fur. The room was filled with warmth, not just from the fire, but from the love they shared. As evening settled over the cabin, Lily and Max lay on the couch, content and peaceful. The day had been filled with happiness and magic, a memory they would cherish forever. With a yawn, Lily closed her eyes, and Max curled up beside her, his tail still wagging gently in his sleep. Together, they drifted into dreams of snowy adventures and endless Christmases.
The cabin, nestled in the woods, was aglow with the warmth of twinkling lights dancing upon its snow-covered roof. Emma, a spirited 10-year-old, bounded out of the car, her cheeks rosy with excitement. Mark and Lucy, her parents, followed suit, carrying bags filled with gifts and decorations.
Let's make this the best Christmas ever,
Emma declared, her eyes sparkling.
With you leading the way, I'm sure it will be,
Mark replied, smiling at his daughter's enthusiasm. The family gathered around the Christmas tree, which stood tall in the corner of the living room. Emma eagerly dug into the box of ornaments, pulling out a bright red bauble.
Remember when you made this one, Emma?
Lucy asked, holding up a handmade ornament covered in glitter and paint.
I was only 5. It still looks great.
Emma giggled, hanging it carefully on a branch. As the tree took shape, Mark began to share stories of Christmases past, tales of adventure and laughter that seemed to echo through the cabin walls.
And then there was the time the tree fell over just as we finished decorating.
He recounted, drawing chuckles from everyone.
We had to start all over again, but it was worth it.
Lucy added, her voice filled with nostalgia. Noah, the family's youngest member, sat happily in his high chair, swatting at a dangling ornament that Emma had carefully placed within his reach. His laughter was infectious, a melody that complemented the soft carols playing in the background.
I think Noah loves the tree as much as we do,
Emma observed, grinning at her baby brother. With the final ornament hung and the star placed atop the tree, the family stepped back to admire their handiwork. The room seemed to glow with an ethereal light, the culmination of their love and effort.
It's perfect,
Lucy whispered, wrapping an arm around Mark's waist.
Thanks to all of us,
Mark replied, pulling Emma and Noah into a warm embrace. As they settled onto the couch, hot cocoa in hand, Emma spoke up, her voice filled with contentment.
I love our family Christmases,
she said, looking around at the faces she loved most.
And we love you,
Lucy replied, her eyes shining with tears of joy. In that moment, surrounded by the warmth of their love and the beauty of the season, the family knew that this Christmas would be one to cherish forever.
Hi, I'm Benny. If you had fun today, give us a little like and don't forget to subscribe. More fun stories are hopping your way.
To teach you how